knew Shannon was getting deployed to Iraq, but we went ahead and wanted to try to start a family. We ended up getting pregnant with twins. We were thrilled. The babies were growing perfectly. About halfway through, at 23 weeks, I started feeling a little strange. Went to the hospital, found out I was in labor.
We weren't prepared, nor I don't think anyone's really prepared for going through premature delivery, and especially as early as Patrick and Paige were.
They were so small. I think Patrick weighed 1 pound 7 ounces and Paige weighed 1 pound 5 ounces. She had fought so long. I mean, 6 days. When we got here, Paige just took a turn for the worse. They took her off all the supporting machines, let us hold her, and it was a really special moment. The hospital really made it a really special moment.
And once you develop all the complications that Patrick had, it may be less than 10% chance of survival. Patrick was born 17 weeks early. He suffered pretty much every complication a baby can suffer from being born that early. Nothing really works right. They don't know how to eat. They don't know how to breathe normally. Their intestines aren't ready to take food yet, and so they're very vulnerable.
So I usually try to come over around 9 in the morning, and I leave about 8 or 9 in the evening. His dad, since he's in Iraq and can't be here, we had this little doll made up, and we put his picture in it.
I can see him. Hey, big guy.
But I know he does feel some kind of disconnect because he isn't here to see him every day. So we have been able to Skype a couple of times so he can, see Patrick and see what's going on.
The hands look bigger today to me.
It's been amazing what the doctors and nurses have been able to do for Patrick. He's come such a long way, and they really, truly treat your child like it's their own.
Sometimes I would call in the middle of the night here in the United States. Of course, there's an 8-hour time difference. So sometimes I call in the middle of the night just to talk to the nurse practitioner and see how Patrick was doing.
When he was born at 23 weeks, he's now 33 weeks. It was hard to see him like that, and everything that he's been through, 3 surgeries now, and he still has a long ways to go. He still has, obstacles ahead of him, but I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I never could have imagined that he would have come so far, and we had a lot to celebrate.
I was able to come home several weeks after he came home from the hospital, and spent 2 weeks here at home with him, and that was a very enjoyable time for me to be able to see him here at home finally. And I actually came home for good the day before Christmas Eve, so I got home just in time for Christmas. I love it when he smiles when he sees me. I try to spend as much time as I can making up for that lost time.
Patrick is now about 14 and a half months old. He's no longer on any medications. He's not on oxygen. He went through so much, so many things that an adult would probably have given up after 8 surgeries and being in the hospital for 6 months. So I think it really says a lot about him as a person and his spirit and his personality. 3 out of 5 days of the week, he wakes up and the first thing he does is start clapping. And it's almost like he's saying, yay, I've made it, another day. It's incredible. I don't think I can even describe what I feel about the nurses and the doctors that took care of him. They saw me at my worst times, and then they saw us at our best times. And they were there to comfort us on the hard days when he wasn't doing so well, and gave us a lot of hope. And they also helped us celebrate the days where he was doing incredibly well. They really have extraordinary jobs, and they're extraordinary people.
The staff at Nationwide Children's, they're my heroes. I had a tough job in the military. I've been deployed twice. I've seen things that I never wanted to see. I've done a hard job. And I got to tell you, the people who work with these kids day in and day out, fighting for their lives and fighting for the families that care and love them so much, they're just as much a hero as anybody that's ever worn a uniform.
We just try really, really hard with every baby. We think that every baby can make it. We think we can save every baby.
No matter years from now, what other obstacles he may face, and he will face more obstacles in his life, I want him to know that he can overcome them. He can accomplish anything in his life. Really nothing can compare to the fight that he put up to survive.
There you go.